Good morning, students. Let me again tell something about this particular chapter, that is Amanda, written by Robin Klein. Already stanza 1 to 5 been discussed earlier. Today I'm going to discuss stanza 6 and 7 respectively. Let me reiterate the central idea of this particular poem. The poem, as earlier said, deals with upbringing of a small girl. That is, name is Amanda. Now, actually, it highlights the struggle faced by the child, and it is the parents who is responsible for proper upbringing of their child. But that should not make a child feel trapped here. So this is a kind of a thing already been told to you. And actually her imagination is not given enough space, thus you can say making her so angry that she wishes to be an orphan. The continuous nagging or a fault finding behavior of the parents towards Amanda actually putting her in a very depression mode. So this is supposed to be the small idea about this poem, as earlier said. So today I am going to discuss stanza 6 and 7. So let me read the lines for you all. So the line is, I am Rapunzel, I have not a care, life in a tower is tranquil and rare, I will certainly never let down my bright hair. So first of all, here you can see one word is there, that is Rapunzel. So about Rapunzel, you can say that Rapunzel is a name of a German fairy tale character, you can say, who was made to live alone in a high tower and had very long, beautiful golden hair. And she was held captive by a witch by name, you can say, Dame Gothel, and who used to come up to the tower by climbing her long hairs. So the only way one could make a contact with her was only using her long hairs. So you can say this is a kind of a fairy tale in German. So what the poet over here is telling is, and one more word is there, that is a tranquil. You can see over here the meaning is calm and quiet. So let me give you the explanation of this particular stanza. So here Amanda is still lost in her dreams. It seems like she pictures herself to be the long golden haired Rapunzel who lived in a castle and had no care about anything. Now here you can see Amanda imagines that life of Rapunzel must have been very peaceful and fantastic in the tower. But actually she wishes to evade the fate that was met out to Rapunzel, as she is unwilling to let her hair down. So Amanda doesn't want her peace to be disturbed anyhow, while she is feeling very depressed due to always fault finding behavior of the parents, and she is not at all liking this particular behavior. She seeks a life which is away from any other human form. We can see here how the presence of her parents and their inhuman behavior, you can say, had made her against any human connection. Hence, she only wanted to live by herself, as the presence of another being in her life would require her to act in a certain way, you can say. And Amanda wanted to live as a free and a happy person. So this is a kind of a small explanation of stanza 6. Now actually she wants to live a life in a very tranquil and in a very happy manner, but her parents, who does have a kind of fault finding behavior, she's not at all comfortable with it, and the kind of nagging being done by the parents is not at all quite acceptable by Amanda. So this is a kind of a explanation of stanza 6. Now let's start stanza 7. So the stanza 7 is like, stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. So here you can see the parents keep instructing Amanda on do's and don'ts. I mean, what are the stuff she should continue with and what are the stuff she shouldn't. But Amanda remains lost in her dreams, and the parents believe that Amanda is not reacting because she is annoyed. Amanda's behavior has made her parents look bad, and they are worried about their image, and they are basically concerned about how society will perceive them if their child always remains in a, you can say, a foul mood. They want to prove themselves as responsible parents who manage to balance out what the child wants and what the society expects out of Amanda. So they have already failed in their effort. It is quite obvious from these lines. And Amanda seems to be very frustrated. I mean, she is not at all meeting the expectation of the parents, and parents too, vice versa. So you can see from the lines that parents keep on instructing Amanda do's and don'ts, and Amanda still is not ready to change her behavior, because since she felt about herself that she is a kind of orphan, and why this feeling prevailing over here is that nobody is there to understand her emotions, although parents are not at all giving 100% effort as far as emotional support is concerned. So here Amanda seems to be very alone, and she always wants to be in isolation where nobody could disturb her life. So this is the explanation of stanza 7. Thank you so much.